Hello and welcome to this short training session on Management Studio. In this session we're going to be taking a look at tasks. So the first thing is to come into the tasks, all tasks module, and I can see all of my existing tasks. Now these are in a Kanban view. That means that we get to see them all with a bit of high level detail. If we want more detail we can change to the full card view. And we've also got the option to switch to the grid view, which is handy if we want to search for a particular task. So for example, I could put my search item in here and find that task. I'm going to switch back to the Kanban view. So if I want to see a task in more detail, I can click this button here, and then I can change these priorities or whatever it is I need to as I go. Next up, if I need to move a task into a different process, so maybe this task here has been started, it's in progress, I can just drag and drop. And if I need to delete a task, again I come into the details and I've got the delete button here. The other thing to note is this related items tab. This shows if a particular task is linked to, say, a user or an application, and we'll take a look at that in a bit more detail now. So how do we look at creating tasks? So we can either create the task with the new task button here and then link it afterwards, but it's actually a bit easier if you go into your module such as the applications. And I'm just going to look at my applications, and in here what I can do is I can take, say, one of my applications or maybe multiples, so I'll just select a couple here, and if I want to create a single task that's linked to both of those, then I can right click both those apps, I can come into defects and tasks, and I can go add new task. Now if I wanted to link an existing task, then obviously I could use the add existing task option. So add new task, and I need to speak to the vendor. Okay, so there's my task. I could put in a description, but I've actually already started this task, so I'm going to change the status to in progress. So that has created my task. So there we go. Now if I come into one of these applications, such as this one here, and come into the tasks for that particular application, then I'll see there is that one task available. And sure enough, speak to the vendor regarding Windows 11 compatibility task is in there. Of course I can open the task from here, and there it is, and maybe I'll set my priority. And remember, this task relates to 2 applications, but it could be many applications. And if I want to come back and see that task from the tasks view, then I come into all tasks. And in here I'll see that new one, and now it's again easier to search in the grid view. So if I come in here, I can go speak, and there is my new task. Now if I open this task up, we will see that it's related to 2 items, which are those 2 applications I linked it to in the first place. So as this task is being progressed, obviously that will be reflected in the details, and ultimately it will come to be completed. So once that's completed, we can save it that way, or I could drag and drop that in my Kanban view to move it into completed there. And that completes the short session on tasks in Management Studio. I hope you find it useful.